Future of space exploration, it's pretty good, isn't it? But it's not just about cool rockets and high-tech gadgets, it's about people. And it's one of the great adventures of all time. Welcome to Explorers Wanted. Here you can see what's happening today at NASA and get a feel for what it takes to have a career in space exploration. Now, plans are already underway for humankind's next giant leap off the planet, and you're invited to be a part of it. There's a lot to be done, which means there's no time to waste, so we better get you ready. But before you start any journey, you need to know where you're going. Fortunately, NASA has already selected 4 possible destinations. First, there's the International Space Station. Now, did you know that humans have been continuously living and working aboard the ISS here for more than 19 years now? You'll be making a lot of trips to and from this orbiting space laboratory for many years to come yet. Another possible destination is our closest celestial neighbour, the Moon. The last time we were here was 1972. There's still a lot we could learn. You could travel to an asteroid. How amazing would that be? And what about Mars? Our robots are there right now scoping things out. Which one of these do you feel really lives up to NASA's mission of space exploration and discovery? You were going to Mars. Imagine standing on the red planet millions of miles away looking up at the tiny blue speck where you were born. But before you can experience that moment, you must answer 3 questions. Can you survive the long trip? How will you live on the surface of Mars? And can you make it safely back to Earth? Sounds difficult, doesn't it? In fact, these are some of the most complex problems humankind has ever tackled. And NASA can't do it alone, we're going to need your help. You see, the journey to Mars is long and dangerous. So instead of sending you there in one giant leap, you take smaller steps first, and these other destinations will serve as proving grounds for solving some of the challenges you might face. For example, right now, astronauts aboard the ISS are conducting groundbreaking research to pave the way for your expedition. Plans are also in the works to literally redirect a nearby asteroid into orbit around the Moon. I know it sounds like science fiction, but you're going to use this asteroid to perfect capabilities you'll need for the Mars mission. And it may even reveal clues as to the formation of our solar system. And in the meantime, the Moon will be the perfect dress rehearsal for Mars. They have a lot in common. They have less gravity than Earth, and they're both freezing. So, now that you know where you're going, you need to figure out how to make that happen. So there's your destination, and here is your launching point, the Kennedy Space Center. Now, from way out here, you get a sense of how fragile and special our tiny little planet really is. Exploring Mars will help us better understand our home, our past, and our future. But to push beyond the boundaries of planet Earth, we must also push beyond the boundaries of science and technology. Microgravity is punishing on the human body. Your bones will thin, your muscles will shrink, and your immune system will weaken. Got to keep you healthy during the long journey. And as powerful as the new rockets will be, you won't be able to travel with all the supplies you need. You'll have to live off the land. Back to basics, learning to grow food, create water, build shelters. On Earth, there are abundant resources to sustain life, but on Mars, you need to conserve and reuse everything. All these things are being done to help you get to Mars. But human exploration doesn't just push boundaries. It fulfills a deep need to understand our world and to explore the nature and the meaning of human life. Let's take a look at some of the things that NASA's doing right now. Right, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. This one on 2, this one on 3, engines on 4. Okay, now you're here during one of the most exciting periods in NASA's history. Since the end of the shuttle program in 2011, NASA has been transferring low Earth orbit space flights to the private sector through a program called Commercial Resupply Services. Two companies, Northrop Grumman and SpaceX, have been conducting resupply missions to the ISS. They're carrying food, supplies and scientific equipment to keep the station running, which will allow the astronauts to keep exploring. The program has been highly successful. That's only the beginning though, because with NASA's Commercial Crew program, SpaceX and Boeing are fine-tuning their vehicles with the goal of achieving safe, reliable and cost-effective access to and from the International Space Station and low Earth orbits. And a lot of these launches can be seen right here at the Kennedy Space Center. Think about this, 100 years ago there were no airlines. And just a few decades later, millions of people are travelling by air. Some of you might have come here on a plane and never given it a second thought. And in the next few decades, commercial space flights will transform the world in ways not seen since the dawn of aviation, just over a century ago. One thing's for sure, we're going to need creative thinkers and problem solvers to help us on this incredible journey of exploring space. So, now that you've been briefed, you're ready to be part of the future of space exploration. Ever wondered what it would be like to work at NASA? Whether you're flying the mission or supporting it from right here on the ground, it takes a special kind of person to embrace and deal with these kinds of challenges and risks. Maybe someone like you.
We don't know what the universe is made of. We don't know where the limits of the universe are. We don't know what dark matter is. We don't know.
Is it all figured out? No, it's not all figured out. It's never all figured out.
That's why it's so exciting.
There's just so much, and we know so little about it.
Why should we explore space when we have so many problems here on Earth?
People ask me this question all the time.
We don't take a rocket, fill it with dollars, and blast it into outer space. Every dollar we spend is spent here on Earth. And that makes for a better economy.
Makes life better right here on Earth.